Welcome to Crypto 101, a first principles jargon-free course on blockchain and its impact on financial services. In the previous lesson, we covered the intuition behind the Lightning Network and a theoretical explanation of how it works. In this lesson, we will cover a practical overview of the Lightning Network. Then we will cover the meaning of Lightning address. Finally, we will conclude with some reflections on the Lightning Network. This is a wallet that supports the Lightning Network. The wallet company is called Wallet of Satoshi. It is a custodial wallet. This, as we learnt earlier, means that the private key of this address is held by the wallet company. I will fund the Bitcoin address held in this wallet. For that I need to know the Bitcoin address. We can see something called the Lightning address. I will cover this later. For now, we will skip to the Bitcoin address. This Bitcoin address is like any other Bitcoin address, and I need to process an on-chain transaction to transfer funds to this address. Now that the Lightning wallet is funded, I scan the Lightning wallet on my mobile against the QR code of a merchant and make a small payment of 50 Satoshis. The QR code of the merchant contains the destination payment details of the merchant. Going back to the wallet, I can see the original transaction funded on the Bitcoin blockchain and the 50 Satoshi payment on the Lightning Network. In the previous lesson, we had referred to this 50 Satoshi payment as a commitment transaction. I will now go back to the Block Explorer and pull up the custodial Bitcoin address of the Wallet of Satoshi I had funded. Let us wait for the address to pull up. I will now click on it to see the transaction history. I can see that the original funding transaction is reflected in the Block Explorer, but the commitment transaction is not. This is what I would expect. Let us review what happened here. I first funded a custodial wallet with approximately $10 of Bitcoin. The wallet company, in this case, the Wallet of Satoshi, is responsible for opening payment channels on my behalf. While it is difficult to determine what exactly Wallet of Satoshi is doing behind the scenes, next we will sketch out one possible model how Lightning transactions on custodial wallets could work. The wallet company sources $10 from me into a custodial address. It has outbound payment channels funded with many counterparties, who could be merchants or people in the payment routing business, including other wallet companies. When I initiate a Lightning payment of 50 Satoshis, the wallet company creates an outbound payment in one of its outbound payment channels, say channel B. As discussed earlier, the wallet company may not have a direct channel with the merchant. Algorithms help it select the channel with the fastest route to the merchant. Since the wallet is a custodial one, the wallet company can prevent me from withdrawing more than $9.50 from the custodial address. There is no risk that I can double spend the 50 cents. Next, we will cover the concept of the Lightning address. We can distinguish between three concepts. The Bitcoin address. A Lightning invoice address. The Lightning address. A Lightning payment is like any other payment on Bitcoin except that it is not broadcast to the network. Hence, the merchant must always communicate a destination Bitcoin address to the consumer in a simplified manner like a QR code that the consumer can scan. Next, we will learn why we may wish to add some more information to the merchant QR code. I am in the Wallet of Satoshi, but now I am in as a merchant rather than a consumer. I will now generate an invoice. I enter an amount. I write that this invoice is for a bagel and coffee, and then I hit generate invoice. The consumer can scan his mobile wallet against the QR code. Next, I will note the information contained in this QR code. I am at the Lightning Decoder website. I copy and paste the invoice ID of the invoice I just generated in the Wallet of Satoshi. I can now see the details pull up. First, there is the destination public key. This is the public key of my Bitcoin address. Since the public key is mapped uniquely to the Bitcoin address, this information is sufficient as a payment destination. It has the amount that I entered. Further, we can see the text that I had written, bagel and coffee. Note that all this information is encoded within the Lightning invoice address beginning with LNBC at the top. The Lightning invoice address is a data field that encodes information about a merchant charge and can be represented as a scannable QR code. Think of it as a line on your credit card statement. The problem with a Lightning invoice address is that it is for one-time use. This makes sense for unique payment amounts in a retail shop. However, this is inconvenient where multiple consumers pay the same amount. Imagine 1 million customers, all paying the same subscription amount to Netflix. The streaming service will have to generate a unique invoice for every customer. A Lightning invoice is a data element that contains routing details for a single payment. A Lightning address is a data element that can be used to route any number of payments. The QR code corresponding to a Lightning invoice is dynamic, while for a Lightning address it is static. The Lightning invoice address is longer and begins with LNBC. The Lightning address begins with LNURL. A Lightning address generated by Netflix for its consumers may contain the following information. It will have the public key of the destination Bitcoin address. It may contain textual information that can be displayed to the customer. For instance, it may say Netflix subscription. Netflix may create some parameters behind the scenes to prevent the customer from making a fat fingering error. For instance, it can say that the maximum sendable amount for this address is $100 in a single transaction. Netflix may maintain one QR code for each of its subscription tiers. Hence, the payer does not have to type in the amount. QR codes are complicated in some use cases. For instance, when you are sending money via Venmo to a friend, you don't want to use either the Lightning address or a QR code. Hence, Lightning addresses are also mapped to unique email addresses. You can enter a destination email address instead of a Lightning address. The Lightning address is the equivalent of a static invoice that contains the information necessary for routing the payment. This information includes the public key of the destination Bitcoin address. It also contains any information that the merchant may wish to visually display on screen to the payer. Finally, it can contain parameters that impact the payment like maximum and minimum sendable amounts. The Lightning address is analogous to an invoice while the Bitcoin address is equivalent to a bank account. The Lightning address does not exist on the Bitcoin blockchain. It is a convenience. The Lightning Network sounds more complicated than it really is. In this section, we will wrap up the Lightning Network by focusing on its core essentials. At its essence, Lightning Network can be distilled to three core concepts. 1. Payment channels. 2. Multi-hop routing. 3. Simplified payment credentials. Next, we will recap each concept. A payment channel is a Bitcoin address jointly owned by two parties who decide to defer broadcasting transactions initiated from that address to the Bitcoin network till a later point of time. Since it is not scalable for everyone to open joint accounts with each other, Lightning Network software routes payments algorithmically from payer to beneficiary using the least number of hops necessary. While not core to the Bitcoin blockchain network, Lightning Network offers beneficiaries simplified ways to share their payment credentials with the payers. These payment credentials include single-use Lightning invoice identifiers symbolized in dynamic QR codes and multi-use Lightning addresses symbolized in static QR codes. Both Lightning invoices and Lightning addresses encode within them information on the destination Bitcoin address as well as other information like amount and purpose of payment. For ease of use, Lightning addresses are mapped to email addresses in addition to static QR codes. We can conclude with the similarity and difference between Polygon and Lightning Network. The similarity is that in both transactions occur off-chain that are not broadcast to the main blockchain network. There are two differences. First, Polygon is a separate blockchain with transactions being validated by fewer nodes than Ethereum. The Lightning Network is not a separate blockchain. Rather, transactions occurring within the Bitcoin network are not broadcast non-transacting nodes. The second difference lies in how the true state is reconciled with the main blockchain. In Polygon, assets are transferred from the Polygon network to the Ethereum network. In Lightning Network, transactions are broadcast to all the nodes of the network. This brings us to the end of the discussion on the Lightning Network. Please review the summary of this lesson before proceeding to the next one.